How do you feel now that New Year's is approaching when people always say New Year, New Me?
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Like it's, I don't know, it doesn't excite me.
It's never a new you. I think it would only be a new you if you actually put in work and going to therapy. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Least Favorite Podcast featuring
Natalie
and
Denzil.
Let's go.
He didn't even. It's
I
fine.
was making sure all the fucking settings were set.
I'll do it.
All right. So, all right. Here we go with the intro. We're gonna try this out right now. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's why I put this so I can hear. All right. So, welcome back to another episode of the Least Favorite Podcast. I am Natalie.
I'm Denzil.
We are gonna get better at our intros. We promise.
You're very awkward people.
Super awkward, but we're gonna get there. First, I did want to open up with saying thank you to all the people who watched the last episode, because in 3 days we had 80 something views, which may not seem like a lot, but to us, that's a lot.
It meant a lot.
It really means a lot. Yeah. So whether you watched it for us or you watched it for whoever we had with us, talking with us that day, shout out to you. Thank you.
Word.
And also to the one subscriber extra
that we gained.
T. Lopez, shout out to you
Facts.
for subscribing to our channel.
Facts.
So yeah, guys, just continue to share, subscribe, comment, tell your
Share.
friends to tell their friends. We could be friends.
We could be friends.
We could do this every week.
Whoa.
And so let's get into it. All right. So we're actually gonna have this conversation and decide once and for all if we're gonna change our podcast name. So we're gonna have this conversation right here, live on air.
Let's
okay.
do it.
Say New Year, New Me?
New Year, New Me, right? So we were gonna start off. This is the end of our season 2. So we're gonna start off season 3, new intro, new name, because we felt that the least favorite podcast, we were kind of putting it out there that we are going to be the least favorite podcast.
Yeah.
And we just feel like our words have power and we're not trying to put that out there. So we were going to change it. I think we should say the name because then maybe they could vote or weigh in on what they think. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Might as well. I mean, how else are they going to know whether we should or shouldn't?
Right. So we were going to change our podcast name to...
Social Reality.
Yes, the Social Reality Podcast. Because we respond to a lot of things we see on social media. Yeah. And we try to relate it back to our reality. It's pretty straightforward, I feel like. The least favorite podcast, I just didn't feel like it encompassed anything. It wasn't as descriptive as to what we really be talking about.
It's not, but it does grab an average person just scrolling.
Yeah, which is what my sister had said, and she was very opinionated.
Yeah. I feel her 100%.
That was 3 voice notes of why we shouldn't do it.
I feel her 100%.
Because she was basically saying how it's whack to have social reality. It's basic. It's too straightforward.
Yeah.
Least favorite podcast kind of gets people thinking okay, what are they?
Why are they considered? It brings up questions.
Exactly.
It's intriguing.
Maybe we should get into why we chose the least favorite podcast name to begin with, right? Because I feel like people don't even know why we chose that.
Yeah, that is true. I don't think we ever.
We never spoke about it. We kind of were just here we are.
Yeah, the least favorite
Ta-da!
ones. Yeah.
So it was basically because we felt that our opinions probably are
mainly
unpopular opinions, or
things that people are that
don't really talk about. Think
but
don't say. Yeah. Think but they don't say. And also I feel like we be having deep ass conversations, but not everybody be on that type of time to have a deep conversation with you. Especially now, I feel like more people are more on the surface with everything. Mm-hmm. And for me, I realized this about myself because I was out last weekend. I'm not good at small talk.
Yeah, I was just about to say
yo,
I feel like that's mainly where it came from too, because small talk is favored, it's popular, it's normal.
Oh, how are you doing? How's everything? Nobody even really cares.
That's what I'm saying. But if the type of deep conversations that we have, that stuff sticks with you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's not really favored because people don't even want to go that deep.
They don't want to go that deep.
Because it lets them like face a lot of shit that they don't that they run from.
And I'm the type of person, like, if you're gonna be like around me in my life, I want to get deep. Like, tell me how you were raised. Tell me about the dynamic of the relationship.
What are you afraid of?
What are your fears? Exactly.
Like, what makes you? When the last time you cried?
Why do you have the toxic traits that you have? Who did you get it from? How do you deal with that? What do you think about therapy? How's your sex life? Like, I want to get into it. Like, for me, I love having those deep conversations with people. Even like the like those deep philosophical questions. Like, sometimes when you smacked and you have those like great high moments where you could really talk about anything with somebody, like, that's what I'm into. But not everybody's like that. Right. And I felt like me and you, we were gonna be on that type of time. Yeah. With our podcast.
It's like super organic because it's not forced. Like, from the time that we first like clicked, like, it's been like that.
It's been natural. Like, and you can always be natural with everybody like that.
Yeah, you can.
A lot of shit goes over people's heads.
Whoop.
Yeah. So I think that's basically why we decided to keep that name. So now I don't know, like, I kind of,
after hearing your sister, like, I am kind of like on the least favorite
side. Yeah. I think my sister,
and
she does that a lot.
After us giving it time, like Aunt said, like, it's not.
We were
Let
ready.
the record show.
What?
I hated the name Social Reality from the
Did you
beginning.
really hate it?
From the jump.
From the jump.
I didn't know you hated it.
I came up with the name and I hated it.
You came up with it and you hated it?
Yeah, I wanted to change.
Because he was putting words and shit
I thought I
together.
did.
I was putting things together and I came out to Social Reality. You was like, oh, I love it.
Because all right, so I was just kind of thinking of a title that would be, like, people could be like, all right, I know exactly what this podcast is about. So then they could decide right away if they want to fuck with it or not. Yeah. But I guess there is something about that air of mystery that kind of makes people tune in. Even if they never tune in again, at least they tuned in that one time. Right. We could at least be in their heads. I don't know.
But even, so I wish I would have saw it. I was watching, did I send a clip? I saw something. It was another podcast I saw. It was called Social something. But I just
remember.
There
is a podcast.
It was called Social something.
The one that B. Simone was on that I sent you?
Yes.
I forgot what it was.
Social something. But it was social. And the social was nice and big. And like, so now I'm thinking like, damn, all right. Look, I already see something with that.
Yeah.
I never seen nothing least
Also,
favored or nothing.
Off topic a little bit, but see, the thing is, Pod has a Make It Make Sense segment on Patreon, and we have one. I didn't know if you wanted to keep that or not. And I'm like, damn, nothing is original. Like, so we'll talk. Yeah, they have one. I don't want it now because I feel like we got to come up with something different. But that's something we'll discuss.
Well, we're just normalizing dumb shit. But everyone says
normalized. Yeah, everyone says normalized, so we stopped doing that. We got to find something that's unique for us. Maybe the viewers can help us with that too. Yeah. What kind of segment would you like to see us do? And then we can do it.
Gotcha. But yeah, so that's why originally when we first thought, I'm not claiming this new title name. When we thought it at y'all, wanted the new title name, I said, yo, no.
You wanted to keep it?
Well, no, I said, wait. If you want to change it, just wait on it. Sit on it for a couple weeks. And you still said yes. See,
the problem with me, and I think with you too, we both have this. We're so flexible too that I feel like this is why I didn't want to tell anybody we were going to change the name, because I could be easily convinced to keep the pod name.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to sit with that thought before you share it.
And see, once we shared it, it was like, my sister was like, nah, that's whack. Y'all not changing it. I don't like it.
So
it's boring.
You saying I sabotaged by sharing it?
A little bit. First of all, we're going to have to make you sign an NDA. Because you over here talking to my sister about...
He's the one that shared it?
He's the one that shared it with my sister.
We're just talking. Well, we're talking about the topics for this episode.
She's not in on this.
She's a viewer.
She's just a viewer.
We were just talking about the episode and what the topics were going to be.
Yeah.
And then that just came up, and she was like, no.
I know my sister's one of those people who's very opinionated. So if she has an opinion, she'll stand on that. So like if she would have wanted to change the pod name, it would have been changed. There would have been no outside influence. Me, I'm more like, all right, whatever, fuck it, go with the flow. Like, but whatever. So yeah, let us know if we should change. I feel like at this point we already decided though.
Yeah.
We should put a poll in the Instagram story.
We should.
We should.
I feel like it's gonna go the same way.
It's gonna go the same way.
Yeah.
Stand firm by your conviction. You want social reality?
Nah, but now I don't even think I really want it anymore. Because I agree with her points. She made some valid points.
And then after I saw that clip with the guy who had that podcast, social, I don't remember what it was called, but it was social.
It was social
like
something.
Social experiment or something.
And I was just
like, all right, so that's that. So speaking, we're gonna have like a little. All right. So speaking of thinking of changing our podcast name to a new name, how do you feel now that New Year's is approaching? When people always say "New Year, New Me."
Here we go again.
Here we go.
I don't know. It doesn't excite me.
It's never a new you. I think it would only be a new you if you actually put in work and go into therapy. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But I will say...
And it doesn't have to be a new year for you to do that.
No. And I will say, I haven't really heard a lot of people say New Year, New Me this year. You know why? I feel like people are really traumatized from 2020.
And 2020... Well,
2021, honestly, was just an extension of 2020 for me.
Yeah.
An extension of all the bullshit. The depression was still there. The tension, like, it don't feel the same. The world does not feel the same. Like, we're still recuperating.
All right, you feel like it depresses you still?
2020, I still have, like, a lingering... You know what it is? Because people are still talking about vaccines.
Yeah.
And now, like, the debates are still there. I'm at work, and that's all I hear about it. I've had teachers get fired from my job. Like, it's just been sad.
Yeah.
I'm still working with a mask on. It's just like, I want to be done with all this shit, but now it's like new variant. Back till we have the mask mandate again. They started that at the gym again.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I think 2020, everybody was like, this is going to be my year. I was even one of them. Like, I thought 2020 was going to be my year to travel, to grow, to have fun. And it wasn't that. So I think people now are a little more hesitant to be like, New Year, New Me.
And they're not really saying it because I feel like a lot of people don't want to jinx it. Because it's just like, we all saying these things and then like, boom. As soon as the year starts, the not to get political, but like, you know, the Capitol gets like, you know, vandalized. Or whatever.
Something.
Like 6 days into the year, like it's just, I don't know. But I don't know. It doesn't, I can't say the same for me. I feel like once 2020 hit, I feel like that's when things just got better for me. I feel like my like my depression has gotten like
it's lifted a little bit.
Yeah, because I feel like during that time of me sitting down, like it allowed me to face a lot of shit, and I got a lot of clarity, and I accepted a lot of shit for what it was, and I feel like that just kind of like had me at a trajectory, where I'm just like, I don't know, like I don't want to be down anymore. Like it's like I'm choosing to be optimistic or like, you know, half cup full.
Right.
Like I'm choosing to be that way opposed to, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's easier for me, I guess, to be that way than to just be in the dumps all the time.
Yeah. So you don't feel like 2020 scarred you? Like, if anything, you came out better afterwards?
Yeah, I feel like I've gotten better from 2020. Like, yeah, I mean, I had a moment where, like, I'm like, damn, like, I want to go outside.
Yeah.
But I feel like right now, the only thing that's really, like, annoying me is, like, the whole vaccine thing about getting the vaccine. Yeah. Like, it's, like, super, like, it's like they're really like forcing everybody to get it now, so it's just like,
yeah, I'm tired of that shit.
Yeah, too. I'm like, kind of over it.
I don't post it. Like I don't even want to read about that shit no more. Yeah. Like whatever happens. Yeah. It is what it is. I'm more worried about the metaverse shit than I am about the vaccine shit. Like that shit is weird. Did you see the Nike? Sorry, off topic. You saw the Nike ad? They have a metaverse collection, like a virtual thing.
I haven't seen it.
Whatever. If you see it, it's like, damn, they're already starting with that shit.
Of course.
So yeah, I don't know. 2020, it grounded everybody. I will say that we all did get kind of like some type of spiritual, mental growth from it.
I feel like we need it, man, because we're a little too comfortable.
We needed it, for sure.
We need to be on our toes. We need to be more alert, like, you know.
It centered a lot of people. It humbled a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Sometimes we need a little fire on our ass to like.
Yeah, a lot of people came out on the other side of it. Started their own businesses, or they got out of that toxic relationship, or they got into a healthy relationship. Like a lot of people had kids.
Pressure bust pipes was a year.
That was it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Pressure either bust pipes or bring the best out of you.
Do you feel like I feel like though, because it's 2021 and now it's still kind of continuing into 2022, I still kind of feel like, when are we gonna be back to like 2019 vibes? You think it's over?
Yeah,
there's no
clipped.
hope.
It's clipped.
It's like you remember when 9/11 happened?
Yeah.
How traveling?
Yeah.
Now we're like at that point after the corona happened, the world's gonna change.
Yeah.
How annoying it was to fly after 9/11. Now, how the world's gonna be after.
And then we'll just adjust like we always do, and it's just part of our lives. That's it.
Like you see how Zoom like interviews and like programs is like still like a norm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
no
like,
more in-person meetings at my school. Everything is a virtual meeting.
See what I'm saying? So
no more in-person.
Even like on like talk shows, like you see it like it's like
no audience.
Yeah.
It's just the host now. It's weird.
It is.
I don't like it.
I mean,
it's so like antisocial, like divisive, like ugh, get away from me. Like ugh, COVID.
You have the choice not to watch it.
Yeah.
Like if you watch television, like then
actually that'd be like the fun part. Like even like the crowd participation, like that shit was fun to watch. It's over for that now. I was like, oh, like we'll just play your video of you saying you love us or ask us your question. I don't know.
But then again, there's an audience, but the audience is being told when to clap and when to react and stuff. So is it really like authentic or genuine?
My thing is like with the concerts and stuff too. Like eventually virtual concerts.
Yeah, I'm not. And that's it. I'm sorry.
That shit is whack.
I'm not with
like,
that.
There's just certain experiences that you need a crowd for.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
Well, depends.
Okay.
Look at Versus, right?
What if they normalize like holograms?
No, I don't. They tried that a few years ago, but this was before COVID. With like holograms, and it's like nah. But I was saying like a virtual concert, like Versus, where people I've enjoyed. Versus
but people are going.
But people are going. But before they started going, it still was.
I didn't like it before.
You didn't like?
You liked it when they were at.
I did.
Whatever. The quality was dick.
Yeah, because that was when they still had. They were using people's fucking phones and Wi-Fi. Yeah. That's when it was really bad. Once they started getting a little bit more production, where maybe it wasn't a crowd and audience, but they still put effort into the internet connection and those type of things and the cameras, it got better.
But I feel like, all right, I feel like when you're an artist, part of like your energy on stage, like you feed off the crowd. Yeah. And I think a lot of artists would say that.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So it was like, if you don't have that crowd hyping you up, like, yeah, you're going to perform because you're a performer, but it's like that energy isn't there for you to like be a little bit more. If you just see a whole bunch of cameras in front of you and everybody's just standing there watching you perform because they're doing their job, they're just recording you, making sure sound is good. You don't got the same, like...
It's not the same.
Correct. However, a lot of these artists, like when they do, what's it called, like the late night circuit, they don't get that same kind of instant gratification from their crowd, their audiences. These are just like the talk show crowds. You know what I mean? So it's similar for them in a situation like that. So they're just performing on a stage for like cameras and things like that.
Yeah.
Even like award shows, like, you know what I'm saying? They're still kind of get that. It's not like they're at their specific shows. They know how to entertain in different situations.
So which do you prefer? Do you prefer the verses with the crowds now? Or
depending
like,
on the artist, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree.
You know what I mean? Of course.
Like imagine the Bone Thugs and the 3-6, like without the crowd, would you think it would have been the same? Because I know you enjoyed that a lot.
I think it helped 3-6 more.
Really?
Every song sounds it's like a party song. 3-6 is a straight party song. Every song.
There you go. So the crowd is like they're hype.
Correct.
All right. Moving on. Music. All right. So we saw this meme from some girl, Princess Lopey. Should have been Princess Dopey for this dumbass comment that she made. Like, so she said, if my boyfriend cheats on me, I need to understand that I lacked something that made him cheat. So instead of leaving him for another guy, I'm going to find out the error in myself, apologize to him, and be a better woman.
Can we get the hand claps, please?
No.
We not. See, we were, and I'm like,
I was about to, too.
I was about to look at you like, well, you about to get kicked in this shin real quick. Yeah, nah, you wildin'.
I need me a good woman like that.
First of all,
where's she at?
You're toxic. Get the fuck out the room. I don't want no toxicity around me. All right.
This looked like her man had her phone and typed this bullshit in. Like, I don't even believe this came out of a woman's mouth.
Yo, all right.
And all the emojis and shit at the end, like, what?
Safe to say we don't agree. Anthony seems to agree, so whatever. All right. I always felt that cheating, and I've cheated before, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I've never cheated before. But that's something that I feel like it was on me. Like, I can't really put that on my partner. Because I really could have just been like, yo, you're not satisfying me in this way or that way. Are we going to work at this? Or maybe we're not going to work at this, and I would just leave you. Like, I should have done that. Like, that's the route I should have taken. Yeah. And I feel like cheating really is you just wanting your cake. Wait, what is it? Eating your cake? What the fuck is the phrase? Having your cake and eating it too.
Yeah.
And I think it's really you. Like, you're just not fulfilled within yourself. So you're seeking whatever you think you're lacking in other people because you feel like they need to fulfill you. That's how I view cheating. So, like, I don't really believe... I don't know. But then... I don't know. Say what you think.
I'm trying to figure out, like, is there even hope for her? Because if she really believes this, like, I'm like... I don't know, man.
Like, why does she have to apologize to him?
Where did this even come from?
This had to come from her upbringing, I'm assuming.
Listen, there is a guy out there for her that will cheat on her happily and keep getting taken back.
Yeah, because she's going to keep taking him back. She's going to keep saying sorry. Like, at some point, where is your fucking self-respect or your sense of worth where you just going to have somebody violate you like that? Or just be in an open relationship?
And how much times, like, what number of times did he do this? Like is this, like, number, like...
Right.
50? Because, like, for you to come up with this excuse, like, you're making excuses for his
behavior.
Unfaithfulness. Like, so it's like, I don't know, like, what's really the issue here? The issue might be you don't want to be alone.
And she probably must have heard this from, like, a lot. She's probably gotten cheated on a lot where men have been like,
with that mindset,
this is your fault. Like, I cheated because you don't have sex with me enough, or I cheated because you don't cook, or, we don't talk like we used to. Yeah. And she probably really be like, oh shit, it really is my fault. Like, he really did this because of me. And it's just like, what the fuck? No. Like, this is unacceptable. There's no way we could spend... All right, I was going to try to spin this. So I was going to say, like, sometimes people do cheat because their partner isn't really satisfying them. Not that it makes it right. But it's like... It doesn't justify it. But a lot of people would say, like, things just weren't the same. I wasn't feeling appreciated. I wasn't feeling valued. I had a vulnerable moment. I was drunk. I met this person, guy or girl, whatever. I'm just saying, like, yeah, but it's more normal than we think. Like, that shit is real. Should be happening like that.
So you have a conversation then.
That would be the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But it's just like, some people also cheat to get back at the person.
Which doesn't make it any better.
To make them care more. To make them... I don't know.
Care more?
To make them care. Like, you might feel like, oh, he doesn't care about me. Or maybe he cheated on her first. And so now she's trying to get back at him. Like, hurt him back.
That's not good. That doesn't help anything, though.
It doesn't. But I'm trying to see where she would get this from. Where she would, I don't know. That was that. I think this is stupid as fuck.
It is, bro.
If someone cheats on you, it is not your fucking fault. That's it. Now, if you're going to go back, that's on you. Mm-hmm. But, I don't know.
You can't even get mad if this shit happened again.
Facts. Yeah, exactly. You have anything to add or no?
Man, nah. She's actually crazy, though. I agree. She's crazy as fuck. Like, she said apologize to him and be a better woman. Like I said, like, there's definitely a man out there who would just love to take advantage of her.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure she's probably still getting taken advantage of. She's probably still with the person who's cheating on her, to be honest.
You know? It's like, why would I ever leave this woman when I could just do what I want to do?
Basically.
And there's no consequences.
Yeah. Prayers to her.
How old is she? Like,
she looks young in her picture. She looks young. All right. I want to save the next topic. So we're just going to crop this out right now for now. Because we're already kind of running a little bit long. So I wanted to get into the meme that you had shared about it gets better doesn't mean you should sit around and wait for it to get better. Mm-hmm. It means you should trust that things will get better while continuing to do your part. Don't just keep the faith. Act on your faith.
Facts.
Okay, so how do you feel about this? Because this was your topic.
I wholeheartedly feel this meme because, like, I feel like we put too much. I don't want to say we put too much faith in like the higher power, but it's like
we do.
It's like, all right, if you know you got faith, it's just like you just kind of like just let life happen and just hope for the best. Like, nah, you can't just float around life in life like that. Like, you actually got to take control in certain instances. Like, I don't know, like, cause if you just going with the flow of things, like, who ain't no telling where you're gonna end up in life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
You're just going to get pulled in any direction because you're going with the flow and you're just trusting that this is
Exactly.
God putting you here. And it's like, no.
I mean, you can go about life in that and with that mindset, but you would be like miserable. Like, to think like what if you're just getting like blown into like fucked up situations?
Yeah.
Are you gonna say, well, you know, this is the battles that the Lord has won for
No.
me? Like, nah, bro. Like,
but he's gonna put you in that situation because you're not doing anything on the contrary.
You could have avoided the bullshit that you're going through right now if you would have took control.
Exactly.
But, you know,
I feel like it's like that phrase, faith without works is dead.
Yeah.
And it's true. Like, you can have all the faith in the world, but it's like if you're not taking the necessary steps and planning everything out, people just like to be like, oh, but I don't like planning. I'm a spontaneous person. But on some level, for certain things, you do have to fucking plan and show, like, you have to put your focus towards it. You have to, like, take the steps necessary in order to achieve the things you want to achieve. Like, shit isn't just going to fall on your lap.
Yeah.
And I feel like this kind of leads into the topic that you wanted to talk about.
The complacency topic.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like, you know, we have goals and shit. When we achieve it, like, I feel like we get complacent. Especially like if you had doubts and it's just like you might have achieved the goal faster than you thought you would. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might have just happened, like, not overnight, but, you know, it might hit you like in stride, like, yo, like, you're actually living your dream, like living in your dream.
Yeah.
And you kind of get caught up and get complacent. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what they say, cold feet.
You got cold feet. Cold feet.
Is that the
when
expression?
you're like scared about something, like taking the next step, you get cold feet, like you're unsure, you're starting to get doubts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like even, all right, say for my instance, right, with the podcast and everything.
Yeah, let's get into it. Now I'm gonna put the phone down. This is the last topic.
We said we wanted to do a podcast, right? Doing the damn thing, and I feel like I got complacent throughout the whole, like, I mean, yeah, we like a year in. Yeah. It's been like a year, right? Over a year now.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like I got complacent with like my participation as far as like topics, the social media part. Like, I feel like I definitely fell off, but that's just me, just kind of like, I feel like I was just caught up in what we should do next, rather than like just focusing on what's in front of me right now or in front of us. And even like in the beginning, like, I feel like you and Ant, you guys found your niche in like certain aspects, is like, as far as like the journey of the podcast. Like, I feel like y'all have like Ant with the editing and the and stuff like that, and him putting you on, like, I don't get that shit. I'm gonna be honest.
All right,
like,
well, yeah, that's the thing.
I
like,
don't get that shit.
When you said that, I'm like, all right, I edited like the very few times, but like I haven't touched anything.
But that was a lot, though.
It was a lot, but like,
and if we didn't have Ant, you could probably still do it for yourself.
Not even, because the way he does it now is completely different than how he even taught us.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And honestly, I don't even want to do that. No shade. Or I'm not trying to be lazy, but like that shit is it looks complicated as fuck. I'm really not that tech savvy, believe it or not. I'm just a visual person. So like if you show me, I could figure it out. But honestly, since I haven't done it, I don't even remember. And he has a whole new system that I'm unsure about. My thing was like, how do I explain it? Because we spoke, and it was awkward. It was mad. Yeah, because it's like I didn't want you to feel like I was attacking you at all. You know what I mean? Like, so basically, I called him.
Why would you feel like it would be attacking?
Because it's like internally, I was tight. Like I've been sitting with the resentment a little bit.
And I could feel that, and I've asked you at times, like, yo, like, you know, is there something?
Mm-hmm. But it's like, for me, it's like if I feel those emotions and it's strong in the moment, my delivery might be way off.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I wasn't even trying to like have that tension with you. Like I'd rather vent and like curse you out, but like on the side, than to like bring that to you. Because at the end of the day, this is my focus. Oh my God, welcome to New York. Like, shit. Can't record in peace. Like I was saying. So it's like when I called you, I'm like, all right. That's why I was trying to be calm. I was at the salon. There was people around. It wasn't going to get escalated. Which I didn't think it was anyway, because you are pretty receptive anyway.
Yeah, I wasn't.
But it was just like, my whole thing is like, we both were super like, yo, we want to start this podcast.
Yeah.
Like, we want to grow this. Like, we had like so much drive and energy. Mm-hmm. And I felt like, there were times, I'm not going to front, like we had summer where we would kind of fall off a little bit. We were just enjoying ourselves. But for the most part, I'm still here and energized and ready for whatever the fuck. And I just didn't, like, even right now, you're yawning perfectly.
My bad.
Nah, it's all good.
This is bad.
It's all good. Damn. I'm tired too. But I was just like, damn, like, where is the partner that I had at the beginning?
Yeah,
and
I got burnt out. I definitely burnt out.
You look burnt out. And God, it's just like,
thanks.
Nah, but
thanks.
You did. And I'm just like, I know social media is not your thing.
Yeah.
So I don't mind taking over the social media shit.
Right.
But then if you're going to be my co-host.
But that doesn't feel right being the, you know, I'm a part of this. So it's like, it
but
shouldn't matter if I don't like it. That shouldn't be an excuse.
True, but it's like, then all you could really do is come up with the topics and then just show up and give the best. Give the best points, give the best takes that you can, like elaborate, like you know how we have our notes and you put your notes in or whatever. Yeah. If that's what you're good at, because essentially, fuck the setup, like we could be in a closet recording. At the end of the day, people tune into podcasts for what? For content, for conversation. They're not tuning in to see what sneakers you got on.
That's true.
They're not tuning in to look at Nipsey on the wall. Like they're not tuning in for that. Mm-hmm. So it was like, if this is what we both wanted, then it's like, just show up as the best fucking host of this podcast and talk your shit.
Yeah.
My best half. Yeah. That's it. That's all I really need you. Like, I don't mind. The social media shit, I could do that. I could do that all day. Because he does the clips. I just got to post it. It's not even like... So that was it. That's pretty much it. Like, we're I feel like we finished all the topics.
Oh, well, yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So, like, I want us... So, like, what is our goal for the new year? Like,
new year,
new season,
me, new podcast year, season.
New podcast season. Like, what we trying to...
New year,
that's energy right there.
Like, what are we... All right, like, what is our goal now? Like, people have seen the journey. Nice. We're still learning. We're still growing. We're still trying to get better every single day. And I feel like we have, like, I don't want to go back to the old episodes because I feel like it's cringe. Like, I know we've gotten better. I'm going to just say I know it without having to watch it. So it's just like, what are you looking forward to now?
More subscribers.
For sure.
Just more of a following on YouTube.
Yeah.
I feel like that would really, like, help us. Getting people that we don't know that to follow us.
Yeah.
I feel like the majority
it's people that we know.
Yeah.
But it got to start from there because they share it with people we don't know.
That's true.
I really want us to collaborate with other podcasts. So if you're another podcast and you watch us or you stumble on our page, reach out. We'll be happy to collaborate. Talk some shit with y'all. But it got to be within the same flow. Like, I'm not about to get on a gaming podcast because I don't know shit about gaming.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, it gotta kind of be similar.
Mesh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
you can actually relate it because a lot of stuff we talk about, mental health stuff, gaming sometimes has to do with, you know, playing games for a long period of time can affect someone's health and things like things like that.
Yeah.
I know people who've met significant others through gaming and things like that. So there's always ways to relate things.
If
to
it's relatable,
topics.
then cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Word.
But yeah, other than that,
what's one podcast you would wanna
see? I feel like the podcasts I watch, they're up here. I don't watch podcasts that aren't up there. Like they're more on. I don't know any podcasts that are more on our level where it would make sense. Like I'm not about to go on the Rory and Mal podcast. Like there's no way they're even looking at me. You feel me? Yeah. But like Dream World, like if this was like hypothetical, I would love to be on the See the Thing Is pod. I listen to it every week. Religiously, or the Need to Know pod. I actually like the Need to Know pod. That's Savon's pod. Okay. How about you? I feel like you would want to be on the Wine and Weed pod.
Yeah, Wine and Weed. I would want to be on. I would want to be on the Roommates podcast too.
Really?
Yeah.
I stopped too. It was like too much like toxic women.
I get it, but like just to chop it up just as men. I would like to do All the Smoke. Because I like sports. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So and there's it's a sneaker podcast. It's called Full Size Run, I believe. I could be saying it wrong, but I fuck with them too. Okay. Yeah. But
for now, I feel like the most realistic thing would just be to reach out to like podcasts more on like that are just starting up too. Yeah. Or some.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be just starting up. It could be somebody who's already.
Like, are they gonna look at us? Let me not be doubtful. It could happen. It could
realistically,
happen.
Trying to build an engaging community. Yeah. Like on like social media, YouTube. IG, TikTok, where people are just like engaging in like the comment section about topics that we discuss. Yes, that's like the goal for like the next year with the podcast, reaching a new audience, marketing to different people,
new heights.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, trying to find those new listeners that may not have any idea who we are last year, but reaching those people this year. So that's what I said, growing that community of an engaging community, not just growing.
Yeah, we want engagement because it's like people watch, but like, what do y'all really want to listen to? What do y'all really want to hear the conversations be about? Like that feedback, because we're kind of just every week. I'm not gonna say we're winging it because we do put effort into what we're doing, but it's kind of like we're pulling from different things and we're having conversations about it. And it's like, how can we talk about things that people really want to listen to us talk about?
Right. But then again, I still feel like, I mean, we're still in the beginning, in a
Very
sense.
beginning.
So, like, we're still figuring it out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like in time we'll find, like, that, I feel like we'll have, like a genre. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever we talk about, like, it'll, you know, we'll kind of, like, accumulate, like a genre or a type of conversation where, you know what I'm saying, people know where to come to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because people know what type of content or what type of vibes they're getting into when they go into the Joe Budden podcast. Yeah. Opposed to like...
Even the Bible podcast that I listen to, Bible Stories with Brianza, like they know they're going to hear a Bible story. Like, boom. If I want a little Jesus, like, in my life, I'm going to just go to that podcast real quick. Yeah, it makes sense. All right, so this is getting long, so we're going to end this right here. Stay tuned for season 3, coming next week.
Vote on the podcast name.
Vote on the podcast name, even though we kind of already decided we're going to keep
Thanks again to the all the subscribers or the listeners, the viewers. Yes. We appreciate it dearly. Please tell your friends. Tell your friends to tell their friends.
Yes. Share it with your parents.
Please.
Fuck it. Share it with everybody.
Yeah. I like this stuff. Until next time.
Peace.